unfun to play against. But I mean, if he's made it this far, I'm sure he's going to do just fine in this matchup.
Rob is one of those characters that can be frustrating to play, but at least personally, I really like playing against him. I really like watching him just because all of the traps that he has, the way that he can move around with like Nair, the way they can use and place gyro lasers, I just really like watching that.
Oh no, here comes the down tilt.
Well, that side beat, that's a really bad
That was
position
so
for Snake.
strong. I don't think Goma's dead because he can just Cypher into air dodge, but he could also C4 if he needs to. But he's trapped off stage. How do you think Nectar's... Oh. Gaster's Curse.
All right, Nectar missing the tech. Goma gets a dash attack off of it. I like that instead of pushing, Nectar just backed off away from that up smash and just took the time to charge gyro. He knew he was safe. He knew Goma wasn't going to come in.
Absolutely. How impactful do you think the top is in this matchup? Do you think that's something that they're just over centralizing now in the beginning of game one, or do you think that's something that's going to consistently help Nectar out of these tight situations?
I feel like it's going to do a really good job for Nectar because it looks like it breaks the grenade, and that's just, you know, such a huge neutral tool, one of the best neutral tools in the game. So I wonder how hard that's going to make it for Goma to pressure Nectar from far away with grenades. Rob might just win the zoning match here, and that could be bad for Snake. He can approach, but his frame data is pretty good. Not a ton of his stuff is very unsafe. Good tech from Nectar,
nice
by the
tech.
way. But I could just see something like the gyro just coming in and pressuring Snake very hard.
Absolutely. But and there's the Snake up tilt. Fun move.
Oh yeah.
Conversely, what options do you think Snake has to pressure Rob out here? If Rob's going for the top to break through grenades and to pressure him on ledge into... That was a dirty fair.
Wow, he went for another one.
If top is going to be so useful for Rob for pressuring Snake, what options does Snake have against Rob?
Maybe just... I know a lot of characters get a lot of benefit off of picking up the grenade and using it against Rob. Most characters can combo, but any character could at least use it for pressure, stage control, things like that. And that's something that we've seen Goma do. He does like to hold on to that gyro. I think that's going to be a fair amount of the counterplay, just picking it up, using it for yourself.
Making sure that your tool now is a weapon against you, similar to the K-Rool Crown.
That's something I feel like a lot of people should be doing a little bit more, just using items against the item character, like using Metal Blade against Mega Man, Gyro against Rob. It can make it a lot tougher for them.
It's part of the reason the character has... Up tilt. It's part of the reason that the character has so much utility in the first place. I think that it'd be inadvisable to not use it against them. And there's the down throw up air.
Goma not able to air dodge out of that. I believe that's a setup that's not quite true, but almost true.
I think it's a read-dependent thing. Do they stay buried long enough so that you go for the up smash, or do they mash out so you go for the up air? And I think that's just a reading your opponent difference. I know personally I'm terrible at mashing, so my opponents always just go for the up smash and get it on me. That was nasty!
That was so smart from Nectar. Snake just doesn't have a lot of landing options. Like, he has maybe grenade, but that's just more of a combo breaking thing. He just has like really struggles against landing, struggles to land, I mean. And a character like Rob, that huge disjointed arms that lasts for so long.
That's so disgusting.
Really good choice.
That was a great option by Nectar, and just nice option read. Here we go, running it back. Is this PS2 again?
I think so, because that happened really fast, so I'm guessing they just pressed A. Oh no, we're on
Smashville.
Okay, interesting.
So Smashville, how different do you think Smashville makes this matchup as opposed to PS2?
I feel like Nectar might be inclined to stay even more in the corner because Snake can use the platform to just play C4, and most characters, but especially a character like Rob who's really tall, is going to have to be careful about going underneath the Smashville platform, because if Gomo goes up the grenade on the platform, Nectar's probably going to get hit.
Absolutely. So in addition to edge trapping Snake, Rob would also be just completely avoiding the issue of the... Nikita.
Wow. Yeah, Nikita just... Rob doesn't have a hitbox on his uppy. He's trying his best to make it back, but he can't. Goma really...
That was a brilliant edge guard.
For sure.
I mean, it wasn't very committal, because Nikita, but it was so smart.
Yeah, the way Goma was controlling it was just very good. Oh, that down air. If Goma was a little bit to the left, that could have been his stock.
I think that this match has really come down to so far which player has the advantage state and how well they're abusing it against their opponent. We saw Goma grab a small lead over Nectar and turn it into the entire stock, just making sure he wasn't able to recover with the Nikita usage. And here Nectar's got a good string going on stage. Does he close out the stock?
Another up air. That's not going to do, though. Snake's super heavy. Nectar's just been, he keeps going off stage. He keeps threatening with these edge guards, but he's just not pulling the trigger. He's just, I know Goma mixes up his options really well off stage, but he might just want to give Goma a little bit less respect.
A clean back air.
If you can catch
the stock.
If you can catch Snake off stage, that's just really bad. Like, the only thing Snake can do is just try to recover higher than you can reach. But if you can reach Snake while he's up beam, that's just really bad news for him.
The Nikita cleaning up 2 stocks in a row from Nectar. Goma has really figured out that that's his best tool for Rob's side B. That's a disgusting move.
Around 90% on Snake. I'm surprised.
After stock 1, I thought Goma had this one in the bag, but then Nectar just said, "Oh, by the way, even game."
Nectar
keeps
jumping
air.
and using the snare. Okay. Good adaptation from Nectar. He tomahawk grabbed that time. Oh, this is a bad spot.
Both of these players just having such strong advantage states over their opponent and really showing why they deserve to be here and just how they're getting here. So it's so interesting to just watch these players take their characters' strengths and just exploit their opponent's weaknesses. Snake with his Nikita over Rob, and Rob with his top and up air, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and Snake up tilt.
Nectar wanted it all there. That could have closed it out if he got it, but Goma just smartly holding shield. He's good enough not to drop it. Takes a step, just up tilt. Another up tilt. We've seen a lot of those from Snake.
It's such a good move. It comes out quickly, goes away quickly, kills early.
Yeah.
Dang, that move does everything. Good hitbox.
I think that was a really good showing from Nectar, though. I really like the way he was pressuring Goma, but he just, I guess, I'm not quite sure exactly what went wrong, but I liked watching it at least. I really did. Oh wait, it's not over?
No, it's game 3. Game 1 was by Nectar, and game 2 was by Goma.
That's right. That's right.
Back to Smashville.
I don't know how. I totally forgot.
I think it's Smashville.
Yeah, this is Smashville.
Okay. So, just running it back. Nectar feeling like the stage wasn't the reason he lost the match. Just it was more of a player thing, a mindset thing, and game looking fairly close until Snake just does 20% with one aerial.
Yep, he does have really beefy moves. Goma with the roll out the corner. I think Nectar, he definitely waited for an air dodge there, but I don't think he quite believed in himself, quite believed in the read because he stepped back a little bit too far, wasn't able to punish.
Right. And there, Goma not really believing in the Nikita or thinking that he had the option covered in some other fashion, and Nectar was able to get back to stage and hit him with a beefy back air of himself. Just playing in the corner. Got the top on the field. No grenades on the field. Goma, I've seen, it seemed to me at least, that throughout the set he's just stopped using grenade as much and just gone more for Nikita, gone more for his neutrals and just pressuring in that manner.
Yeah. Something else, I don't think he's used C4 yet.
No, I think he's used C4 almost. Nice up smash from Nectar to close out the stock. I think he's primarily been using C4 as a recovery tool. Something if he's really low or if he wants to get really high, just a nice tool to put him where he wants to be.
Goma's doing a really good job of just not getting hit by Nair, and he's also just respecting it well enough because that move is pretty safe on shield. You have to, a lot of the time, you have to make a read on what Rob wants to do after they Nair, and Goma's doing a really good job of that. He's not getting baited by this pressure.
He's pressuring him so well. And there, this could be it. The question is, does he throw out the Nikita? Up smash, good option. Oh, and reflected.
I forgot that's
that almost broke the shield.
That was, yeah, that could have been really bad news for Goma.
Thankfully, he was able to clean it out just by waiting it out and then hitting him with a strong move to close out the stock. And here it's
wow.
Almost even, but with Goma's stock ahead.
Wow.
Oh, no. Dirty spike, and that closes out the set for Goma. I thought after game 1, Nectar had this one in the bag that looked so strong from him, but Goma was just able to save his mentality and bring it back in games 2 and 3.